Fear and Hunger flips Pavlov on its head and uses dogs to train you. Let me explain. The average Funger player will learn their first lesson usually very quickly. You need to move. If you stand outside in the starting room for too long, you get a message. You hear barking in the distance. This is your signal to get inside, and if you don't follow it, your first run will probably end up like mine. What the f*** do you mean the hounds are coming? When you reach the Tower of Endless and find Ragnvaldr in the woods, you see that message again. You hear barking in the distance. The average player will immediately get PTSD flashbacks to their first dog encounter and sprint straight into the cabin for safety, only to run into the Skin Granny, one of the hardest bosses in the game. But can I tell you a secret? The dogs never come. It only serves to trigger a flight response and send you running into the nearest building. Pavlov would be so proud. On the way to the Throne of Ascension, Francois will open a cage and release hounds to chase you down the hallway. Some players might sprint straight into the throne room, just as you've been trained to do. Some unlucky players might get caught, but this is where the last lesson kicks in. By this point, most players have probably already taken down a boss or two, and they're usually on their way to take down another. This is the moment you realize the dogs aren't scary anymore. They're barely a threat on their own. And now, instead of a method of fear, these dogs serve as a reminder of how far you've come. Just like the first game, Fear and Hunger 2 Termina uses the hounds as one of the first enemy encounters in the game. But this time, it's these monstrosities. These corrupted versions of the classic Jagged Jaws are the perfect way for the game to show you how things in this game are distorted and warped, and that any expectations you had playing this game after the first should be discarded immediately. I frequently play both Funger games on Twitch, so subscribe or click the link in the description and you can see firsthand how